And I feel like draft-wise, they've already set themselves up to be a little bit better in that regard, because I think their previous support duos have had very little synergy. Dazzle Grimstroke, Skywrath Mage Venno, Rubik Clinks, Dazzle Skywrath. Like, these are not duos that have natural synergy together. You've got Shadow Demon and Rana. That is probably one of the duos with the most synergy in all of Dota.
Kpii is getting low.
He had Magic Wand charges. Is that going to be enough? Oh, the final arrow comes in, and Teehee managed to snatch the first blood away. So already Kuku may be thinking, you know, I wouldn't have died.
Yes.
Like, you know, if your team is farming, what's your carry going to do, you know?
I mean, there's some truth in that. It could be a team MO thing. Chains into the arrow will land.
Very nice.
Long enough.
Charge comes through, but disruption very well timed by Bombi. He's actually going to be on the other side of the cliff, surrounded by his own illusions. Oh. I believe he is just dead. Beautiful setup from XERXIA, and this is kind of what was maybe missing in that first week. And
nice
the one thing I always I did kind of feel like is that Rupido didn't always get the most farm out of his lane. So you know, if your support's away anyway, make plays happen. Rupido is gonna die. Maybe I'm just thinking of his Pango game, but that was a rough one.
Nonetheless, this is a really good early game for JG. Perhaps the best we've seen for him entire season. In prime position to just carry the map right now with early over corrosion. Base boots coming out soon. This is where Ember Spirit shines. Also a hero that,
oh really?
The power runes is the way where I think this hero wins games, because he does not really win them when he falls behind in the early. I think the hero just loses so much purpose. The thing is, Spear Breaker was never about chain slaying people. Spear Breaker is about getting as many spells off as you can in a fight and being tanky as hell. Hero does that very well in the current form, as another arrow will land.
Another slight chains that Karl almost falls to. They don't want to overcommit here, it looks like. JG starts chasing after him. Charge on the other side, though. He's going to be able to catch Bombi. Bombi not dead yet. Disruption does save him, but Kpii is going to drop the birds on them both. They have detection. Okay, finally dropped it. Catches one. Rupido, still another sentry out there, so he's going to be walking through it for a while. Arrow comes through, but it's maybe enough to save him. Oh, the Moonlight Shadow is going to be wearing out now. He popped the wand. He gets invis for a little bit, but now the Moonlight Shadow is truly worn out, and he falls.
That was Phylactery Rush for Kpii here. Shadow Demon and Doom both destroy this hero, so you have to respect it, especially Shadow Demon. I think Shadow Demon was one of the old school. He was one of the biggest counters that developed versus the core Spear Breaker, that TI patch, if you remember. Now they're just going to get the walk on
did not
Kpii.
expect the rotation behind the tier 2. That was nasty, but it looks like it may not work out. It's the lasso pullback here. Rupido going to purge himself, trying to get rid of these sticky napalm stacks. Got another one, but a lot of damage coming his way. Gets up to the high ground, but a charge hits him finally. Tim's able to beat him down. They do get the trade-off of the Spirit Breaker. Gets blown up in return, but decent pickup for Blacklist Rivalry.
Raven joining that, pretty important so they don't lose map control here. XERXIA just going to run straight back bottom. Instantly find Karl off that ward. I think he's getting
Disruption is there in time.
Wow, what a valuable observer. Really paid off. They had the sentry for it too. You just didn't see it. So I still like that XERXIA went for this play. I think it is a good play based on how their lineup works. They have Blink Aetherlance on Bombi. He's really aggressively get disruptions on to help his cores out. Crimson Pipe. Thank you.
Rupido was maybe baiting a little bit, but he bait too hard though. Already down to half health. The Crimson Guard doing a lot of work of protecting him against this damage, but the charge through the side. Tim's hits 2 and finishes off 1 while the Shadow Demon quickly dies. Still working on Raven though. Mana Shield finally down. YoungGod committing for the kill, but he's not gonna get it. He dies. Blacklist Rivalry play that fight apparently to perfection. I don't know how nobody really died in that. I thought XERXIA had some good momentum going, but that fight, not theirs for the taking, it seems. JG's going to be run down underneath the tier 2. The only survivor is going to be Captain Teehee.
It was a sick charge by Tim's. Really separated that engagement.
I mean, if they win this fight, they're going to have Roshan and a Butterfly and Medusa, and that's potential game-ending territory. But XERXIA are here to defend.
Ronald was just too early. They can't use it to engage. Awkward. Gonna have to find another angle. In front of an observer, invisible charge.
They got him. Got him on the lasso. Still those saves, maybe? Crimson Guard, and he gets a jump away, but he jumped back in. Oh no, the Remnant. He didn't want to jump away too far. Now has another slight, gives a little distance, but he's running out of Remnants, and he does die. But he does have a Remnant out if he wants to buy back, and he's going to do just that to join in the fight.
It's a must-win fight.
Low, very, very low. Disruption, and is going to be caught now. Blacklist.
Arrow lands.
That was an okay fight for them, but a buyback makes things so much worse as they're going to be able to run down all of these heroes now. How did that Ember survive through that initiation?
And this is where I'm saying the damage outside of Raven. This lineup does not do that great of damage in the 5-on-5. You have BKB on Tims. I mean, Tims is the wild card here for me. You get good charges, good ulti, has planar pocket as well. Planar pocket can be huge here. You can redirect. It's a very clutch spell onto you, right?
Yeah, redirect Doom onto you.
Find the jump on the Shadow Demon, the best goddamn target they could find.
They need to have a dust to be able to save him. The Slark actually bailed him out with the shard. They do have the Doom out onto Kpii at the same time. Spirit Breaker, Tim's going to TP out and charge back into this fight. JG trying to chase after him with the shield rune, going for the Visage, and they'll finish him off finally. The Doom is successful. The Stolen Doom turned back around on a Rupido, but that's okay. The team seemingly already have won the fight and just cleaning up some of the scraps. Karl, he'll die to the slight. Everybody else from the side of Blacklist had to retreat.
That is a great find by Karl. That is literally the one player in the game. Raven still farm. He's the most farmed hero in the game. He is Medusa. Does hit pretty hard. Just have no vision either.
Yeah.
That is another. Piranha ult plus Gem on Slark is destroying your map right now, and there's an easy
the initiation. Purge and Doom all, and the arrow on top of that one. The Dusa is super dead. Without the Dusa, as you said, that's most of their damage. Double damage for JG going to work as well. They're going to hit the back line. The Rubik's going to die. Bosku, the second to fall on this team fight. Don't want to dive in too deep, though. They'll respect the tier 3 tower and head back to deal with the tier 2. Well, JG's just going to keep pushing. He's like, all right, you guys let me know when you need me. I'm going to keep hitting this this mid lane. Okay, now he's going to jump over. YoungGod getting closer to a fight. Another ward, dewarded. An arrow lands beautifully, sets it up. The Lincolns, they break through it, try and get off the Doom. The telekinesis stops him for now. But they have the beautiful Slark Shard, the Depth Shroud helping him out quite a bit. Ravensburn still like 4,000 HP, effective HP to go on. It looks like YoungGod, okay, he did manage to get on both the Purge and his ultimate. They used the Doom on a Kpii instead. It's trying to go for him, but it's hard to be able to go. Oh, he managed to finish him up. Both the supports dying as a result. And YoungGod, well, it looks like the Ember Spirit's going to be able to chase after. No problem. They're going to leave Raven for last, it looks like, as even the Bat Rider coming into the mix, trying to catch Bombi, but with the Deuce gone, so goes the damage, and YoungGod will clean up Karl as well. And that is effectively the game right there. You just wiped Blacklist. And it really is. And XERXIA on point. I mean, they, as you said, they were competitive, but didn't look compelling to me. But this XERXIA that's showing up in week 2.
There wasn't much in terms of the Breaker and the Bat combining for any kills. And again, I think
because the Bat couldn't have a game in the first place, so how was he going to pick anybody off? Well, you definitely implied it, but that's fine.
I mean, it's
I'll
okay.
take it.
We know that you only play high skill heroes like Omni Knight, Awkward Goblin.
All right, I am trying out Omni because I think Omni Knight is broken.
Oh, they got us. He has Aegis though.
He does have Aegis, and he does have both of his ults. He's got that one right there with the Shadow Dance. He's going to jump over the side. Still has Depth Shroud to work with as well if he wants to pop it. Ooh, save the disruption. Has a chance here. Gets off the Depth Shroud, sits around there, pounces down to the low ground where he kills Tims.
How the hell does he get out of there?
Smooth moves and a save from Bombi.
I guess you can just always blink in, cleanse him, or disrupt him and reset. And what do you do after that? That's Stone Gaze down. We have Lasso here.
They do have Lasso, and they spotted the Shadow Demon again. Karl finding the right kind of initiation. The Shadow Demon is already dead, and they turn the Demonic Cleanse back around with Rubik's Save, but the Dusa just gets run down. There's too much damage. Even when we get the right initiation, it's not enough.
Got melted, man. Fuse on Morana, making me eat my words.
How much damage do you do in that fight?
1400, absolutely nothing. Charge gonna come through. Try and find something off the 5 buybacks here for Blacklist, Cap.
I mean, YoungGod, he's still working with an Aegis. That's a wrong tournament, Avery. Wrong tournament.
A man can dream.
Tim's is almost done with his Aghanim Scepter. He's real close.
Where's the Divine for Raven?
Stone Gaze. Okay, reset. Well, I think they lost it with the buyback, you know.
Wait, he bought? Did it die on Courier? It died on Courier. Oh no.
How much longer till his Courier's back up? Because they're going to need it. They got the initiation onto the Doom of all heroes, which is pretty decent if they can actually keep him here. The damage is so damn slow, though. Raven's having a hard time putting it out there. They finally dropped the Doom, trying to get out. All right. Reset
they got the
Slark. YoungGod. Oh, he barely gets off the depth shout. He lives. They charge on through again, trying to finish him off. He's still not dead. Another round of nukes. It's not going to be good enough. The Visage can't quite kill him. Kpii going to be chased down. JG finishes him off, and Remnant starts sliding away with the disruption onto Raven 2, limiting the damage, turning the Medusa's illusions back around on him.
They wore out a lot here from XERXIA. Raven's still alive. That's true. That's where this team hits their stride. 30 seconds for the Courier.
Can they keep this up? Hold out long enough for the Divine Rapier to come and deploy. Raven. A little bit of pressure there. Throw the Doom out onto Tim's. Quickly kill him. They get a force staff into the fountain. YoungGod's going to chase after him.
Safe nowhere.
Raven will die before he can get his Divine Rapier. Now that is just sad.
Divine Rapier will never see the light of day, and it respawns.
I mean, he ends the game with a Divine Rapier, which is rare.
That's true.
Say you can pull that off.
I mean, the only real good core I'd say is Storm. I think Storm owns Bat, but outside of that, in theory, he has good matchups. They'll just see if he can get more done. I don't know, like, I feel like if you're playing this off playing Bat, play for utility in frontline, opposed to the damage.
Oh, the flame break into the flowers. That is beautiful.
That is level 2 first right there.
Right in front of his own tower, making the lane extremely hard to play for Raven and Bosk.
He has not gotten CS in a kind of
look what they're doing to Karl.
Yeah,
he may have gotten the water rune, but he is going to be ganked double stunned by Teehee. Put the blood grenade to use here, and Karl does fall. So effectively, XERXIA hard winning now. Well, maybe not hard winning.
That said, if you're Blacklist, you see all this action mid, you better be smacking this Templar Assassin. You have the time to do it.
Glimpse back. Skewer back as well. Do they have any detection to be able to spot him? Uh-oh, I don't think they do. Tim's, okay, he's walking into the sentry. They're going to be able to get him with the cleave. They do manage to get a trade-off, though, as Sport does end up dying on the other side. Tim's falls. Oh,
yeah, Dust, too.
Dust. He's got Vortex. He saw him, so he's going to back out. They will get the Wisdom Rune on the side of Blacklist, and they are going to find Teehee eventually here. And should be able to get the kill as he's backed up against the defender gate. Can't really go anywhere from there.
I mean, he effectively got his Wisdom Rune stolen, and he's going to have his gold stolen. Bosku might be having that phone call with himself later.
Bosku might want to reinstate himself as the offlaner after this painful experience. Team just might be dying to the Dark Will. The heal goes off, but it's not going to be able to get enough in there. And Bombi, he might die, but Tim's certainly going to be traded out for it as Teehee commits to that one. Karl has a bit of mana to work with, so no problem with dying here, but still 1-for-2 exchange.
Even as perhaps having one of the slowest starts I've seen in a long time, just unable to lane top based on what happened with that single death and then the Equilibrium. That is why Equilibrium is important.
Ramble, Rolling Thunder is coming in. They've got him. Oh no, Karl. He rotated up here, I think because he maybe felt like he was the only person who could stand up here.
No. I care.
Oh, they need the glimpse. Well, you should tell him that on your next phone call with him.
I will. When we chat tonight, I'll let him know.
Terrorize just to make sure they get this kill. Pretty sure they had it anyway, but why not? A big kill to get.
Try and find a good RP. You need core kills here. You need RP and a static storm. Do not need this bounty hunter.
No, I mean they'll take the pick off, but when it comes to the RP, they need something much bigger. XERXIA, they actually are thinking about still going for the fight. They're gonna quickly nab Bosku, pull him into YoungGod's big meld strike.
+2 on the Deso.
Please, guys, this Bat Rider, it's worth so much. He's got an Octarine. We gotta shut him down, but they're gonna learn the bad news now.
And they're setting up top. Really nice map movement. They should get rewarded.
Top Kpii. Pull him in. What about the Bedlam? Here it comes. Off of the stun. Very nice kill.
I think Aether Lens would be decent too. Especially since he already has Yules. Like, Aether Lens Yules versus Mag is always nice.
He pushing forward.
So
I always notice they always have some aggressive sentries that he knows he's able to play under, and he gets all this vision, sets it up. Static Storm does go out, but they've already caught 3 heroes essentially. Kpii might be able to get away with a skewer, has to go for the TP out. Oh, dies too quickly. Yule Scepter is going to be able to catch him. So that will be 3 caught and 3 killed for XERXIA as they up the net worth lead now to 13K.
This is such a hard Roche to contest. Stuck up here like behind traps and bounty hunter you have to run through, but that's a big question. Can you drag this TA into you? Bombi with the Yules, maybe why I would have preferred their Aether Lens here. You can reliably stop that.
Tito might be able to get some good information. Drops a ward, gets the initiation onto the Magnus. They try and stop it. The BKB goes out. The Rolling Thunder on through. Kpii, he'll die. He does have a buyback.
You have to pop it. Unless XERXIA are not confident enough without that BKB. That's a good glimpse.
The glimpse afterwards. YoungGod force tap. It's down to the low ground. The buyback goes out. They have to get out of here. The stun actually hitting Raven as well here. Oh no, they really needed to be able to kill YoungGod and anchor this team fight around an area, but they won't. XERXIA got everybody out. Maybe you can convince Blacklist to take a team fight outside of that base.
They see him on this trap, and the vision been so obnoxious for Blacklist to deal with. Just can't find the fights on their terms at all.
Oh no, the trap! It hit him and
he got silenced.
Kpii! He didn't realize he was got silenced like that, and his initiation is completely ruined. The Static Storm goes out. YoungGod has already popped the BKB, finishes up Tim's. Now turns
Raven going to work. Aegis in 5.
He has a lot of damage out from Raven. This is a bit problematic. They don't have the detection though.
He just ran out.
They have it. They see him now, and they get him. He the timing finish him off. They ignored him for the entire Aegis timer. TP out from Karl. Is he going to be able to get away? No. Finally, the damage is put out. Raven though still holding strong. Now that the Templar Assassin is dead, he feels good about taking the rest of this fight. Got to be careful that
Dark Shadow Realm.
Nice timing. JG though had it.
Damage,
and he'll go to work. What a hit there with the swashbuckles.
Damn, that turnaround. You don't have TA, but it does not matter.
The more experienced team coming at you with a big team fight potential. You don't know it. Are they going to be able to keep their guard up enough and stay spread enough that they don't get wiped out by this combo? Bombi gonna be the one maybe spotted here. Actually smokes himself to try and get away. Dust goes out. He's got Shadow Realm and TP out, but his team is coming in on the other side. They go for the Bounty Hunter, it looks like, trying to get that initiation. The Terrorize from behind.
The Scepter's gone.
Beautiful hit with the Rolling Thunder on through at the same time. Raven starts leading the damage onto YoungGod while they have the control up on Kpii. He missed. RP missed. Oh, he was Lazo trying to go for a desperation skewer RP. Now it's 5 heroes on top of Raven, and there's nothing he can do about it. That is a total team wipe, and XERXIA will complete their ascendance into a solid Division 1 status now.
Absolutely correct hero prioritization here. Made easy from the vision, and the Bounty Hunter bait put him in the black.
And the dark is exactly where Bombi wants to be. He's going to pick up the Refresher Shard, but he's got a Moon Shard. Avery, he's got the Aghanim Scepter. Now he's pumping out the damage on top of it. They catch the Magnus. Kpii, boy, he's just had a rough one. He was trying to get a Shadow Blade just so he can have a chance at a better initiation. His game has been utterly ruined. Well, Blacklist, they could not get any of these team fights to work outside of their base. This is their last chance. Lasso starting off on the Terror Blade into the Terror. Oh no, the RP, it does land on YoungGod, but at the same time, the Rolling Thunder just demolished the Terror Blade. They didn't need their carry to win this team fight. JG combined with Rupido and Bombi did more than enough damage to kill that Terror Blade. Who cares if YoungGod is controlled up by the RP?
Lasso's too damn good. He just starts every engagement off the vision and